Hi book lovers, and welcome to my final wrap-up video of 2024. I am starting it with setting up my November cover page, where I am going for this dark, lightly gothic vibe. As usual, I am using a mix of H paper, printed images, and rub-on stickers. now that's done, we move on to my first book of November, which is, oh dear, Oleander by Scarlett Drake. I had so many feelings while listening to this, still do. Most of them, honestly, weren't that good. I had to take Xanax to be able to get through it. It is so heartbreaking and depressing, and I loved it. It's a Great Expectations retelling. I haven't read the original, so I don't know how true it is to the source material, but this book was really something. It's years and years and decades of pining and longing and heartbreak and betrayal and I don't even know what. I highly recommend it. Although it's by no means an easy journey, it does eventually have a happily ever after. My God, what a journey. I had to read something cleansing and mentally stabilizing after that, so I got the Goliaths of Wrestling series by Mayne. It starts with Impromptu match and it's hilarious from beginning to end. Just what I needed after the ringer Oleander put me through. Taylor, this painfully average office worker, accidentally discovers there is a covert professional wrestling ring being run out of the basement of his office building. And all the wrestlers are otherworldly creatures and monsters. Taylor hooks up with Holt, the manager, and it's just a ridiculous, hilarious ride from there on. This piece of fan art from the book by Virginie Méchant pretty much encompasses it all down to the almond milk. 4 stars for Impromptu match, and I totally recommend it if you want something crazy and funny and smutty. Then on to a classic angst journey, Beneath Disdain by Amy Lane. I got this book in an Audible sale like 3 years ago, and it has been sitting in my library since then without me daring to take it on. It's a well-known classic in the MM genre, known for being high angst, and it deals with stuff like addiction and sexual assault. I wasn't at all prepared for the almost on-page assault scene. I should probably have checked the trigger warnings better, since that is usually a hard limit for me. But by then I was already into the book, so I might as well continue. It's not all angst though, it has humor and a lot of heart as well. I'm glad I finally dove into it, and it's a definite 5-star read. I think I found the perfect formula for listening to books this month, following Beneath Disdain with Goliaths of Wrestling Part 2, Clean Finish. I meant to do a crossword here, but I was so off I couldn't even spell clean right. This one is about Holt's lovely pixie assistant Larkin and Holt's werewolf bodyguard Seb. I love flirtatious, silly Larkin. He's adorable and cocky at the same time, totally my kind of character. And he paired up very well with calm and collected Seb. This one wasn't as absurdly funny as book 1, but I liked it in a different way. It's another 4 stars. Then I listened to The Spy and the Mobster's Son, formerly known as The Chimera Affair by Keira Andrews. Not sure why, since it's not my thing. I guess I was curious for a spy story. As the title implies, it's about a spy and a mobster's son hunting for a deadly bioweapon. Moving on to Splintered by Isabel Lucero, which I didn't realize is a standalone in one of those multi-author series. I'm usually not much for those series, but I enjoyed this a lot. It has heart and feelings and humor about an adult film star who meets a professional hockey player as they vacation at the same resort and then take their complicated relationship back into the real world. Very enjoyable, 4 stars. Moving on to December and my December cover page. I was feeling like shit in December and didn't have the energy to film the setup, but I like the dark, ghostly end of year vibe here. I started the month off with one of my autumn rereads, Better Than People by Roan Parrish. Lovely, low-angst read about a grumpy, bitter children's book illustrator with a menagerie of cats and dogs who breaks his leg and has to find a dog walker. Enter socially awkward Simon, and their cute little romance is off. Simon has such severe social phobia he can't even speak to Jack at first, so they communicate by text while sitting next to each other. Lovely book. The only reason it gets 4.5 stars rather than 5 is because of my final book of the year by the same author. We'll get to that at the end of the video. I had to save 0.5 star for that. Then I felt like some fluffy holiday fun, so I re-listened to Merry Measure by Lily Morton. It's set around Christmas in Amsterdam, which I visited earlier this fall, so it was fun to re-listen to Merry Measure after seeing the city for real, as Amsterdam is an important character in this story. Awkward, clumsy Arlo's brother is going to propose to his boyfriend, and for this he needs his whole family and best friends there for support and to celebrate the occasion, including his best friend, bisexual Jack, who also happens to be Arlo's big crush. And lo and behold, there was a mix-up with the hotel booking, so there is only one room left, which Arlo and Jack must share. It has 2 beds, though. You can probably figure out the rest from here on. Very cute, very funny, very lighthearted. Lily decided to write a book 1 in this former standalone now series, and It came out earlier this month, but it's not out in audio yet, so I haven't listened to it. It's about Arlo's brother and how he met his boyfriend. I'm looking forward to it. Book 2 in Therin's Sugar and Vice series came out, so I re-listened to the first book and did a combo spread for them. This is pretty much an urban fantasy version of her Magic in Manhattan series, set in Seattle, where hypersensitive people called empaths have emerged that can feel other people's emotions and are therefore considered a threat, since people think they can read minds, which they can't. They are just very good at picking up emotions. Snarky empath Reese and empath hunter Evan has to go on quests and solve mysteries together. My final book of 2024 is this little gem, The Remaking of Corbin, Wale by Roan Parrish. It's a favorite of mine, but one I don't listen to regularly because I want to keep this precious story special. It's a practical magic retelling with a dash of magical realism. It's set around Hanukkah in a little bakery in Ann Arbor. The writing is beautiful, the story is beautiful, the characters are beautiful. It's just a beautiful story. Alex moves back to Michigan to take over his mom's coffee shop and turn it into a bakery. And one of his regulars is the magical, enchanting Corbin, Wale. There is definitely some neurodivergent rep here, though it's never made clear exactly what, and it doesn't really matter. But if I were to speculate, I'd guess Corbin is somewhere on the autism spectrum with a dash of DID, dissociative identity disorder. Corbin lives this self-imposed solitary life in a house he inherited from his aunts, and he knows he can never fall in love because he is a whale, and whoever a whale truly loves is destined to die within a year. And then Alex comes along, who doesn't try to fix Corbin or finds him weird. He just loves and accepts him the way he is. The big question throughout the story is if Corbin can somehow break the curse so he and Alex can be together. I finished this spread around midnight on New Year's Eve, which felt very fitting. Always a 5-star read for me, beautiful and magical. Now, for my favorite books these 2 months. November was a really good reading month for me. I ended up listening to my 2 favorite books this month, which means they had to go up against each other for a place in my book battle. Out of Beneath the Stain and Oleander, I had to pick Oleander though. Stellar writing, all the feelings, and this is a book that will stay with me for a long, long time. My top read in December is Twisted Shadows, mostly because it's the only new to me book I read this month, and I only put new books in my book battle. Let's flip back and have a look at my whole year of favorite books. January was For the Fans by Nyla K, and February was For Real by Alexis Hall. When I line these two up, For Real is my favorite and moves on to the next round. March saw Lore by Lily Mayne and April Facade by Hurtig Wagrell, a Swedish thriller. The winner this round is Lore. May and June pitted Nikki James against herself with Promises of Forever and Skeletons in the Closet. Two very different books, and I ended up picking Skeletons in the Closet to move on. July winner is Whispers in the Dark by Nicole Knight and Lily Mayne, but it was slightly surpassed by Criminal Intentions Season 1 by Cole McCade. September is another winner by Nikki James, Until the End of Time. Beautiful book, but I had to pick my October read as the winner, The Brightness Between Us, because the writing in this one was so perfect. My November winner is Oleander, and when it goes up against Twisted Shadows, it comes out the winner. In the semi-final, Lore beat For Real, Skeletons in the Closet beat Criminal Intentions Season 1, and Oleander beat The Brightness Between Us. Which, drumroll, makes Oleander by Scarlett Drake my #1 book in 2024. Almost can't believe I did that because it was such a difficult read to get through. But all other books just pale in comparison. So if I'm going to recommend one single book this year, it's Oleander. Stock up on tissues and cute cat videos and whatever else you need to save your mental health, and just go for it. That's it for 2024. I'm really glad so many people were interested in my videos and book reviews this year, and I look forward to sharing more with you in 2025. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd be really happy. Otherwise, just keep watching my videos and share your thoughts. That makes me happy as well. Until next time, bye!